So you cover McDavid on a daily basis. You have his whole career, and now you're over in Italy covering him. As in a unique scenario for him. He's never been in this spot. Obviously Four Nations was one thing, but this is the Olympic Games, and this is 3 years in a row, Cup final, Olympics. It's as big as it gets in the middle of his prime. What did you make of his game today? What are you picking up from him in terms of body language and, how much this next 2 weeks are going to mean for him?
Yeah, so in the days leading into this, I interviewed him a few days ago and chatted with him a little bit off camera, and I won't get too much into what we were talking about, but I think this was stressful, intense. I think he's been waiting a long time for this, and I didn't get this super relaxed, chilled Connor McDavid. This has been a long time coming, and even in some of his media availability that he did in the days leading in, it was like, oh boy, we got dialed McDavid, which isn't always the best interview McDavid, but it's quite often the best on the ice performance McDavid when he's dialed like that. So sense that sort of, I don't want to say tension, but that readiness level in him in the days leading into it. And then he was shot out of a cannon tonight. And that happens sometimes. He can't do it every night, you guys, but every once in a while that he does, and you go, yup, there it is. And so the hit, he hasn't played a very physical brand of hockey the last couple of years. That's as big a hit as I've seen him throw in a long, long time. For him to go out there and throw that hit on his first shift and then draw a penalty and then to be carrying, not carrying, but playing with a youngster in Celebrini and a new guy in Wilson that he hasn't played with before, or for that line to look as good as it did, 3 assists, the power play assist, draws the penalty. This was an excellent Olympic debut for McDavid, and he was shot out of a cannon right from the get-go, guys. He was the fastest player in that game by a mile, and that game featured Nathan MacKinnon.
Right, he was flying, man. He was a man possessed today.
Yeah,
and his line looked great because he looked great. That's the truth. I thought Celebrini looked really good for a 19-year-old kid. And I think it's big he scored. Get on the game sheet. Wilson played physical. I think they look really good. But he's going to drive that line. McKinnon's going to drive his.
It looked like he wanted to shoot the puck too.
Yes.
And when McDavid plays with that sort of shooting mentality, his game can get to a different place. I really think that. He was not overpassing and overdishing at all today. He was thinking shoot first.
Do you mentioned the whiteboard probably won't change tomorrow, and I can't imagine it will against Switzerland, that they'll stick McDavid, MacKinnon, Sid, Horvat/Bennett on the fourth line. I think by the end of the tournament it's more Bennett than Horvat, but Horvat looked good today. Do you think that sticks when they play Finland, Sweden, the Americans? Do you think Cooper will commit to McDavid, MacKinnon, Crosby all on separate lines?
Well, look at their next 2 games, and it's about, doing what you need to do to get past a plucky, stingy Swiss team. But you're trying to get through these next couple of games, injury-free, put yourself in the best position possible. So I think at the same time, what you tried worked, and I don't know that I'd stray too far from it. I'd go right back to most of it tomorrow and hope that it works again. Let them air it out again. Goal differential matters in this tournament, so you can't necessarily take your foot completely off the pedal. I don't know that he'll commit to anything. In any given game, you're down a goal or two and you want to load up a line. I think he's always going to maintain some flexibility there, but it worked. It worked in a tight game tonight. They always had, man, their centers, it's ridiculous, the embarrassment of riches they have. So I would say we're going to see a lot more of what we saw tonight moving forward, and I wouldn't deviate from it. I really wouldn't. They need reps. They need reps, because when it gets real in a quarter or a semi against one of the top teams, the more reps these guys have together, the better.